Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is Sunday, January 17th, 3:59 p.m. here in the Arizona desert. BitcoinDailyView.com is where you got all the notes and stuff. All right, at the current rate, Grayscale will own 3% of all Bitcoin in 10 days. That's coming from Document Bitcoin, or I should say at Document Bitcoin on Twitter. The guy tends to usually be pretty on it. This is interesting. Think about that massive OTC buying that's happening on exchanges, which is engineered, of course, to not pump or dump the price. It's kind of funny. Could this be, is that maybe why we're so deliberately sideways this weekend? You know, maybe they're keeping it cool, keeping that price at the level which will make those big buyers happy. I ain't there, I don't know, only conjecture, but I bet some of those OTC machines are just screaming right now and working quite hard to not pump the price. Against USDT, looking at the crypto market right here, Bitcoin, Ethereum in the green, thank heavens. DOT, which has been a total power player recently, is suddenly in the red, down 7%. Sorry about that. XRP, 27 cents. Hey, it ain't dead yet. Say what you may, I don't like it. It's the banker's coin, all right? But still, it ain't dead yet. So don't go all in short in that thing. I've heard some horrifying crap from people about, yeah, man, I'm going all in short in it. It was in the green today, and it would have stopped most people out. So be careful. No liquidating on XRP. That would be a horrible way to fall on your sword. You hate the banker's coin and you die by it. Anyway, gives you a little bit of insight on vengeance and anger and blind rage. With that said, Link up 11%. ADA is wonderful. Cardano, I'm glad to see it doing well. XLM continues to. LTC was in the green earlier today, but now it ain't. Algo, a fun coin, is in the green. I didn't notice it today or earlier. 8% up. Very, very nice. Making a move. Maybe we'll check out Algo Rand. Algo before we check out of here. Algo. All right. Against BTC. ADA and Link are still in the green. That's really nice to see, and so is Algo. Ethereum is barely in the green, but it's holding in, and DOT, well, it's been doing so well, but it's in the red. So, with that said, XLM still in the green, and REN is showing up. Is that what's showing up for both? Let's see here. REN, yeah, REN is deep green for on against USD, and it's also green against BTC. I should have charted that one. Anyway, with that said, 5.3 billion in volume for Bitcoin last 24 hours, 3 billion of that on Binance. No one else broke a billion, so you don't matter, you loser exchanges. All right, Binance, where that beautiful volume is, 57% longs, 42% shorts, or kind of round up to 43% shorts. So I would say that the sentiment, even with this volatile weekend at this moment, seems to be green, seems to be long. All right, looking at Bitcoin on the 2-hour chart. How did I get here? Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, sure, we can start into our chart. I think this actually kind of means a lot. 200 moving average right here. We've been breaking below it last couple days now and then. We broke below it this weekend for sure on Sunday. Now we're above it. Will we stay above it? It's a big deal. What's important to see right here is even though it's under the midline here, the heartbeat, the MACD on the 2-hour has crossed positive, okay? And if we look at the MACD on the 4-hour, it is working towards that positive cross. On the daily, it's negative. So that's not too incredible, but in the shorter time frames, we are seeing an uptick, and that uptick probably has quite a lot to do with Bitcoin here. You look at the 45-minute chart and the 2-hour chart. It's broken above the 200 moving average, but will it be able to hold it? On the 45-minute chart, MACD is positive. So it's all about, got a little bit of a run going. Are we going to make it? Some people that I know who are quite in the know tend to say that W's mean winning. So we'll see if that's the case. All right, 2-hour chart. You can see the Fibonacci here drawn from when we last crossed the 200 moving average powerfully back on 12th of December or so, going to the all-time high we had recently. That gives us a little bit of nice info to know and work with. So this weekend, we've kind of been ranging. Well, if you think about the last couple of days, we've had a $10,000 range between $30,000 and $40,000, basically. But right now, over the weekend, we've just been ranging right around the 236 fib line. Kind of the average has been around 36,500. So we shall see. And if you look at the 2-hour, as we can see, we are kind of trying to stay above this 200 moving average. We definitely dropped below it long enough So if we can keep above that and get above the 236 at 36,500, let's say, if we can find some support above there, especially on like a 4-hour candle close, if we can get a 4-hour candle close to stay above that 36,500, which is pretty close, that has wicked above. If we get a nice 4-hour candle close above that, I think we can definitely get these, we can keep above these 200 moving averages on the time frames that we care about, and even turn the daily around. If we look at the 3-day, I can just tell you it's not negative, but the MACD on the 3-day is trending slightly towards the negative side, but it's still green. With that said, I mean, if we break the 200 moving average, we very well could see a bounce down to 33,000, or a bounce down to the 314 moving average at around 32,000, or we might go all the way down to 30,000. So really, it's a volatile weekend and it's too sideways. The indicators are not really telling me enough. So we shall see. We're sideways. I mean, we're sideways with, that's it. We're sideways. That's how life goes sometimes, Like when you ask somebody how they're doing and they say fine, but they have such incredible internal misery and sadness. It's kind of a sad thing. So Bitcoin right now, it's fine. It's sad. With that said, you can see this VPVR, the volume for the visible range. This is a 45-minute chart. We are struggling very hard to keep above the 200 moving average. Right now, we're kind of ranging between the 200 moving average and the 314, which is now above the 200 moving average. For a good, healthy chart, you really want the 200 moving average above the 314 moving average. Right now, it's under it. That's not so cool. There was a recent cross negative of that back January 15th. So we've been dumping ever since. So can we stay above this 200 moving average? Well, here's the thing. If we drop below it, this is a fib from the all-time high down to where we dumped. So it's kind of upside down, all right? But you can see this previous support and resistance that we've created here in the chart, and the visible volume, the buy-sell volume. We have a lot of support in the chart and a lot of buy-sell volume at around 34,800 to 35,000. So this is a nice thing. So if we do dump, we got a lot of support to go sideways further there or bounce up. So right now, we are just friggin' sideways, man. That's what's going on. RSI overextended. Don't like to buy when it's that high. It can always go sideways for quite a while, but as you can see looking back here at the chart, you can see when it gets that high, it can get that high and then actually dump and continue to move up. I mean, Bitcoin can do whatever the hell it wants, but I tend to be somewhat hesitant getting in when the RSI is that high. KRI is looking good, but it's trending down. Wave trend oscillator by Lazy Bear, it's showing a bit oversold, a bit overbought, basically. So with that said, the directional index is hardly green and trending towards negative, and the ADX is going the wrong way, and it's too low. So we are sideways, and as I'm talking here, we are actually beginning to break the 200 moving average to the negative side again. So we're sideways and kind of a flaccid sort of sideways, to be honest with you. Dot. Polka dot. All these charts are 45-minute, and the USDT is on top, and the BTC is on the bottom. So Dot been doing great over the weekend, but pretty much, lower, you have a high, lower high, lower high. So it's kind of trending down. Right now we're getting a red candle. As you can see, it's been green a lot of the weekend, but right now, boom, not anymore. So I think the market's beginning to cool off a little bit this weekend. I mean, it is weekend after all. Against BTC, they kind of look the same. When you see an alt doing well against USDT and BTC, it's badass, or above the 200 moving average in general. This is a badass chart. It's going sideways, kind of like Bitcoin is, and it's doing lower highs. That isn't too wonderful. We'll see how this turns out. It needs to really get moving up again. And if I look at the indicators here, it's sideways, and it's not really the strongest sideways ever. So ADA, Cardano, a lot of people love it. We had a beautiful break above the 200 moving average recently, and against USDT it's doing wonderful. Against BTC it's doing really good too, but let's see, how's it looking? Against Bitcoin it's beginning to waver a good deal. It's kind of overbought. Against USDT it's a little bit better. Anyways, it's slowing down. It's kind of sideways. Ethereum versus USDT up top against BTC on the bottom. We had a pump, dump. Anyway, it's just it's doing pretty good against BTC, which is nice to see, as BTC has been going up and down over the weekend. It has not quite been crushing Ethereum like other alts. So Ethereum is kind of leading the way. It has some validity. It has some existence outside of the incredible codependent relationship it's in with Bitcoin, that is really that kind of narcissistic psychopath abuser in a relationship. Well, Bitcoin is breaking free. It's got a lawyer. It's going to divorce that fucker, and and take them to the cleaners. I think as Bitcoin dominance does drop, if it continues sideways, we're going to see Ethereum make her own life again. She's going to be a somebody. She's tired of living under that guy's, Anyway, with that said, Uni versus USDT up top, and Uni versus Bitcoin on the bottom. Really, Uni's looking great. These charts are strong. Indicators are really good against USDT. It looks like it's going to move up further. Against BTC, I would be careful. I think we're a little bit overbought. So with that said, it's a strong chart. I think we're really kind of waiting for Bitcoin dominance to drop for these alts to start cranking up again. If Bitcoin pumps, it's probably going to crush them. Bitcoin stays sideways, especially if that dominance begins to wane a bit. These are going to be rocket ships to Pluto. Link, everybody loves it. It's pretty much been pumping this weekend. Now it's sideways. Bitcoin dominance. I wonder what Bitcoin dominance is, actually. Bitcoin dominance 66%. That's lower than it's been in quite some time. So if it continues down, that will give these alts that are looking great, like Link right here, they're looking good against USDT, looking great against BTC, but going sideways right now. Altcoin market, the market in general, is beginning to go a bit sideways. With that said, if you don't go to Bitcoin Daily View, check out ratingcreators.com. I have a new interview with Coach Tony Blair, Hacking the Science of Self-Defense. It's really about knowing fear, K-N-O-W, fear, and kicking more ass in life. He's inspirational. We're getting into some deep stuff here. I think you'll like it. Check it out if you so desire. It's a good interview. You can find it on YouTube. It's linked everywhere it is. It's linked to there over at Rating Creators, and you can also find it on Bitcoin Daily View. Now, along with this news, of course, that Grayscale's buying up Bitcoin it's insane. I just want to reiterate, that's where I would say for the people who are saying that, oh my gosh, we got to retrace further, whatever. You're right. We may see a bounce to 30K or something like that, but I just don't see much of a retracement. And even if we have some dumps, I think they're going to be wicks, really. I think it's going to be big-ass stop hunting. And you know why? You know who's doing that stop hunting? Grayscale, and those who are doing OTC for them. So I think that with this institutional buying pressure, we're going to be up and up and up and up. And now for some fun. This guy, Bill Gates, becomes America's largest farmland owner while Great Reset says future is no private property. Well, of course, I just want to mention something. One of the reasons why I did the Bitcoin Daily View is because I do believe that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general, but specifically Bitcoin, is the peaceful revolution. It is an aspect of it, the peaceful revolution. It is essential. I think it's important. People can shit talk it, but I don't care. I know it's not perfect. I know it's being regulated, but it's a huge part of the peaceful revolution, and that's truly why I do it. Because there's evil ass clowns like this, and let me tell you what they're doing. They're doing stuff like buying private property when the Great Reset says you'll have nothing and you'll like it. Also, you got to fight. Nestle wants to basically put all of our water in plastic bottles and take it from us. And then guess what? Nestle and Gates are working on, well, this thing looks good. They're kind of giving farmers plastic bottles to put milk in. That's nice. But also look at this, the Global Water Initiative. Control the land, control the water, and you control the people. And how do we not be controlled by evil men like this? The Bitcoin Daily View. Well, not like the Bitcoin Daily View. Bitcoin. I'm glad you're here for the peaceful revolution. It matters. This is how we win. The globalists hate populists. And I think truly Bitcoin and the peaceful revolution are our best shot at a glorious and wonderful future. I'll see you Monday.